This video is presented by the EA Game Changers. EA was kind enough to let me capture this early Madden 21 footage from the comfort of my own home so that I could bring it to you guys. What's going on, Rayweather fam? We're back on the second channel, double Rayweather today, as all of the new Madden 21 footage is being released. I got another gameplay to show you guys. Wanted to drop it here on the second channel. Got Lamar Jackson, reigning MVP, taking on a former MVP, Cam Newton, with his new team, the Patriots. Thought this would be fun to showcase both of these players. Really curious to see what Cam is going to do with the Patriots. I think he's going to bounce back now that he's healthy, but definitely wanted to give you guys another upload today, so I decided let's go to the second channel so I could show off some more Madden 21 gameplay footage for you guys, because I know you're thirsty for a lot of it, because we haven't seen any of it so far this year, pretty much until today. EA Access should be out tomorrow or the day after, so anybody that's got that will be able to get their hands on it before release. But let's get into it. Lamar Jackson versus Cam Newton. Who's going to come out on top? Which MVP is going to come away with the victory? Now, I will say, you know, I got to play the game for a few days. I played against other people. I obviously played some games against the computer just to get some extra footage for you guys. But, you know, I'm feeling the game so far. But to be honest, it's early Madden season. I'm always excited for a new Madden. You know, until people break the game and figure out, you know, all the little things about it that are overpowered and things like that, then the game starts to kind of get out of hand. And then it goes through a ton of updates, and you kind of know how that is. The game in 2 months probably going to be significantly different than the game as of today. But things felt a little bit more balanced, at least in the time that I got to play. It felt like, you know, they worked out some of those kinks with the run defense. You know, pass defense definitely seemed like it got better since the beta. Zones were playing a little bit better. Adjustments on defense seem to be working pretty well. So, you know, right now I'm happy with it. You know, talk to me in 2 months. We'll see how I'm feeling about it. I'm sure I'll feel a little bit differently. But here we have Cam Newton making things happen. Not as fast as he used to be. He doesn't have the escape artist ability anymore, and that's still kind of another issue this year. If you don't have escape artist, it's definitely hard to scramble with a QB. Even if your QB has decent speed, the escape artist is really necessary if you want to consistently scramble, in my opinion. But we're moving the ball down the field with Cam Newton, making it look easy, making it look like he hasn't missed a beat. And here we're going to go handing it off to Sony Michel. The blocking is going to set up nice, and we're going to take this in almost untouched. We get caught up right at the end here, but we still get forward over the goal line for an easy touchdown. Sony Michel looking good in the opener against the Ravens. Now, another thing that you want to kind of take note of this year when you get your hands on the game is there are a lot of new abilities in the game, so you want to familiarize yourself with them. They definitely changed up some, especially for like the wide receivers and the defensive backs. Some of the defensive line ones are different as well, so that's something else to look out for. Definitely monitor your fatigue as well too, especially with the quarterbacks. They get fatigued pretty easily as we're getting sacked off the edge here. But yeah, the quarterbacks, they do fatigue easily this year, and you just kind of want to be mindful of it. Even when you have escape artists, if your guy is fatigued, escape artist isn't as powerful as last year. Last year, escape artist was powerful on every single play, but this year, if the QB's fatigued, the escape artist is going to definitely be a lot slower. As we're rolling out with the escape artist, throwing a dime to Hollywood Brown, easy walk-in touchdown, untouched. When you got 97 speed, you got to get him involved. That's really it. That's the name of the game. Hey, your guy's fast. Yeah, you're touching the ball. Hollywood Brown, guys like Henry Ruggs, Tyreek Hill, John Ross, always going to be good in Madden because not many people can run stride for stride with him. So now, Lamar Jackson answered. It's Cam Newton's turn as we're getting hit off the edge by Calais Campbell, one of the newest member of the Ravens. But Cam Newton isn't worried about it. He's going to still keep diming down the field. Looking pretty good for being rated kind of low. I think he's rated like maybe a 78 or something like that. I feel like they rated him a little too low. He has been hurt the last 2 years, but you know, before he was hurt, he was still looking like regular Cam Newton. So I think at least low 80s would have been a little bit better. But for him actually being rated low, I felt like he played pretty good. He didn't really miss many throws. Obviously, he's slow at talking about missing throws here. He does miss that one. He still has an arm, but we were rolling out a little bit under pressure, so that might have had something to do with it. But we're still going to go down the field. We got to answer here and try to score before halftime because the Ravens will be getting the ball at half. And here we have Cam Newton. He's about to cook up a super dime to Julian Edelman. Found a nice pocket in the zone. And like I said, Cam Newton delivering pinpoint accuracy right there. So I haven't actually looked at his individual ratings, but I do think that his accuracy must be pretty decent because I just felt like he was nailing pretty much every throw that unless I was under pressure or getting hit. I mean, look at this, just diming it right down the middle. So if you are a Patriots fan, which I know there's a lot of you out there, the Patriots should be pretty viable this year in the game. They got a pretty sick defense with a couple of studs with superstar abilities. Offensively, wide receiver wise, not the greatest weapons, but Cam was pretty good. And of course, you got a decent little slew of running backs to get the ball to. So now Lamar Jackson is going to try to answer as we're about to go into half. Lamar Jackson, I took off with him. When you got 96 speed at quarterback, again, you use your speed. Sometimes you got to cheese it a little bit. Sometimes you got to get the fast guy involved. And when you're playing Lamar Jackson in Madden, you already know what time it is. He's going to be scrambling. You need to put a QB spy out there. You need to put contains. And sometimes that's not even going to work. And here, the Patriots didn't either. So we're going to do a little cheese. We're taking off with Lamar Jackson, getting the easy first down. We're taking hits. We're just playing kind of reckless, to be honest, as he's going to show off on the sidelines here. But Lamar Jackson just too fast. Again, I mean, if it's open, I'm taking it. I try to juke here, and we're actually going to fumble. Luckily, the ball goes out of bounds. I'm getting a little crazy there, but now we're going to go to the Heisman package. I'm not kicking any field goals. We're not doing that. We're going touchdowns or bust. Going with the Heisman package here. See if we can beat the Patriots defense with this. One of the most creative formations in the game, and here we go, pitching it to Mark Ingram, untouched for a touchdown. One of the coolest formations in the game. It was really cool when the Ravens ran it in real life last year, and then EA added it to the game about what, a month or two later. So it's cool to see them actually updating the playbook throughout the year now to kind of put these new unique formations in the teams run. And the Heisman package, hey, if you're a Ravens fan, use the Ravens playbook. There's a ton of unique stuff in there like this Heisman package, and as you can see, it's viable. It definitely works, especially there on the goal line. There's some trickery with it. And now we're coming out in the second half. Now the Ravens in control. They can go up because now it's a tie game. Everything is shifted. We're going to Hollywood Brown again. You got to get the speed involved. He came out with a big play on the first drive, and he hasn't really touched the ball since. So here he goes with a nice gain again. Got a lot of jet touch passes, a lot of QB runs, a lot of good trickery in the Ravens playbook. Probably the most unique playbook in the game. Not one that I particularly use, but it's definitely loaded with a ton of stuff that you're just not going to see in other playbooks. And if you're using the Ravens and you've got the fast QB like Lamar Jackson, you can take advantage of these QB runs. We're trying to juke here, and they set up a really good tackle. That's something I did notice. The jukebox type abilities, they're not as overpowered as last year because the defense definitely does respond a little better in making those tackles, as you saw right there. Here, we're trying to go for a touchdown, and it's really defended well there by the Patriots defensive back. So again, guess what? We're going back to the Heisman package. Last time we were down here, it worked. We're going to hit him with a different play. We're going to go with a different little option here, and we're going to pitch it to Robert Griffin. As we get hit, somehow Lamar Jackson gets the ball out, and Robert Griffin III walks in untouched for a touchdown. The former Heisman Trophy winner had a great rookie season a few years back. Now he's a backup, but we're still getting him involved. Again, the Heisman package, so much fun to use, and as you can see, going to it twice, it has been very viable down there in the red zone. Now we got the Patriots, got to answer back. The game, it's kind of getting a little bit late here. We're about to get into the fourth quarter. And watch here as Cam Newton's going to throw an absolute dime right over Marcus Peters. Another thing that I did notice playing the game, quite a few passes. If you watch the gameplay on the main channel and now this one, there's quite a few passes where the QBs are dropping it. I mean, just perfectly right over defenders. In past Maddens, that wouldn't happen nearly as much, and I just like seeing that. I like them just dropping the ball just so perfectly over a defender in tight coverage like that. As you see, Calais Campbell coming off the edge with his pass rush ability, getting a sack. Another new member of the Ravens. He's been really killing it in real life, and he should be good for the Ravens. But, Cam Newton's not worried. He's a former MVP, and we're just going to go pick the yards right back up. Now we're going no huddle. It's getting late. We got to turn up the tempo a little bit. Cam Newton has been here before. In his MVP season, he made so many late-game comebacks, so this is really nothing for him. He's going to move the ball down the field, and he's going to put the pressure back on the Ravens. That's what he's going to do. Dropping down a little screen here to Sony Michel, getting everybody involved, and you see him reach out there for the first down. Normally in past Maddens, that absolutely would have been an inches situation. It's really subtle sometimes how they nudge the ball forward, but you notice they're picking up these first downs that otherwise in past years wouldn't have been first downs. And now we're taking off with Cam. He's pretty slow because he doesn't have escape artists, but he's just fast enough to get into the end zone. He still has a little bit of wheels on him, and there we go, Cam Newton doing his signature dances that you've seen him do in real life. And now the game is tied up. Like I said, these late game situations are nothing for Cam Newton. Now we got to put it back on the youngster, the reigning MVP. let Lamar Jackson go down the field and see if he can answer. But again, we're not taking field goals. That's not what we're here to do. We're going touchdowns or bust as the Patriots are showing off on the sideline here. Let's get into the next drive. Lamar Jackson, can he answer? You see Marquise Brown, or better known as Hollywood Brown, 3 receptions, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Having a pretty good day. We might need to get him involved on this last drive if we want to win. And we're going to Mark Andrews. That's probably Lamar Jackson's favorite target in real life. A beast of a tight end. And already we're almost in field goal range, but that doesn't matter because it is touchdown or bust. And again, we're using the speed. We're using Lamar Jackson's speed, using the design QB runs. And he, at this point, I think might have over 100 yards rushing or close to it. And again, I mean, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We need to slide, though. We're taking these hits. We're trying to slide too late, and it's just not going to work out well for us if we wind up fumbling with the game on the line. Mark Ingram barely, almost gets to the end zone there. You can see location-based tackling coming into play. We're going to run, and again, we're getting denied at the goal line, but now we actually have the Truz X Factor activated, so we have to run it because we know we can't fumble. We can just barrel forward. We can take hits. It doesn't matter, but they're denying us again. They turn us around, and we're short. But we still have Truz activated. We are not kicking field goals. Look, we can't fumble, so we can just sell out for the goal line here. This is the last play of the game here. If not, we're going to overtime. We're not taking field goals. We're going with the design QB run. The Truz X Factor is activated, but Lamar is super fatigued because we've been running the ball with him every play, and we can't get the edge. Would have been an amazing walk-off, but now we have to go to overtime, and why not? One of the first gameplays of Madden 21. Why not go to overtime? Why not have some extra football? I'm down for it. I'm sure you guys are too. So let's see what happens. The Patriots are actually going to win the toss. So everything is here for Cam Newton to come put the game away in overtime, first drive, do what he does, the former MVP. But the Ravens turning it up on defense. Not a good pass there. Not sure what I was even looking at there. And Calais Campbell coming off the edge didn't help things. Now a few plays later on third down, Calais Campbell again coming off the edge, and we can't get away from him. We're going to fumble the ball, but luckily the Patriots do pick it up. They have to punt the ball. Here we are, third down. Lamar Jackson going to move the ball down the field. Again, no field goals. We're going touchdown or bust. Lamar Jackson got to make it happen, or we're going to give the ball right back to the Patriots, and this game will never end. Somebody's got to score. Lamar Jackson dropping back, going deep. I don't know what happened right here. I thought I could get over the top, but the ball, you saw, it died in the air. It said out of range. I don't know if that was because Lamar was tired, but the ball literally died in air when I was trying to go over the top. But on fourth down, we pull it out. We get it to Hollywood Brown on the sideline. He toe taps it. We're going to Hollywood Brown again, back of the end zone. What a play to end the game. But hold up. There's a flag on the play. And you might ask, well, what flag? What happened? Lamar Jackson was just slightly past the line of scrimmage. A legal forward pass. You gotta be kidding me. What a buzzkill. But Lamar's the reigning MVP. He's not worried about it. For some reason, they don't protect over the top, and we're back to Hollywood Brown dropping it right over McCourty's head for the walk-off touchdown. Hollywood Brown, what a huge game. Had 2 touchdowns, really had 3, but the last one was called back, but we go right back to him the next play. For some reason, they don't keep the safety over the top, and that's what happens. He's gonna get behind you with that 97 speed. He put the burners on, and that's gonna be good game. The reigning MVP takes the victory, but thought this was a really fun gameplay to show off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, turn the bell icon on if you're new here on the second channel. Also check me out on the main channel. The link will be in the description if you're finding me for the first time on this channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I will see you guys next time.